It's time for Spotlight on Florida. Tourism headlines, events around the state, and interviews with tourism leaders. Right now on Spotlight on Florida, an interview with the 2025 Hotelier of the Year.
Mount Dora was recognized as one of Florida's top antique shopping destinations.
I'm Joel Silver.
And I'm Melissa Shimento in the Spotlight on Florida Tourism Newsroom. Let's get into our top 3 news stories across the state. Our number 3 spot this week, we will take you over to our friends in Lake County who continue to earn their special designation. Southern Living named Mount Dora one of the best towns for antique shopping in all of Florida. And if you've ever walked those brick streets downtown, you'll know exactly why.
Nestled in Lake County, Mount Dora has that perfect blend of vintage charm and artistic flair filled with antique shops, cozy cafes, and local galleries that make it feel like a storybook Florida getaway. Antiques and more were on display at the Mount Dora Art Festival that brought thousands of visitors to town, filling the streets with color, creativity, and incredible local talent.
So if you haven't checked out Mount Dora yet, you need to get down there and see for yourself why it's one of Florida's most beloved small town destinations. We need to go visit.
I heard you like Mount Dora.
I do. I love it.
Okay, you've been.
Well, I've grown up in Orlando, so yeah, it's just north of there. So great place to visit.
We got to visit. Lots of cool things happening in Lake County.
Yes.
Next up, number 2 story, will the bill fly high this upcoming session? Florida lawmakers are once again debating whether it's time to update the state bird lineup, and this year's proposal looks like it might actually move forward.
That's right, Joel. 2 identical bills have been filed, one in the House and one in the Senate. House Bill 11 comes first from Representatives Jim Mooney of Alamorada and Chip LaMarca of Lighthouse Point. Then Senator Ana Maria Rodriguez of Doral followed up with a matching bill in the Senate.
So if the proposal passes, the American flamingo would become Florida's official state bird, and the Florida scrub jay would be named the official state songbird. Little designation there, little difference. That would officially retire the northern mockingbird. After nearly a century in the spotlight, would finally come off that spot.
Wow. Senator Rodriguez says the flamingo's vibrant pink color and graceful stature embody the beauty and diversity of Florida's natural landscapes, especially in the Everglades and along the coast.
A committee in the House and Senate has already given the proposal a nod of approval, and it's definitely stirring conversation. We had Representative Jim Mooney on a week or so ago, and he said this. Will Florida go all in on the flamingo? If the measure passes, the mockingbird could soon be replaced after nearly that century as the state bird of Florida.
Either way, it's a conversation that's lighting up the Capitol, and we'll be following to see where lawmakers land.
Okay, this week's number 1 story. We're setting sail with some big cruise news. Royal Caribbean has unveiled its 2027-2028 Caribbean lineup, and Florida will once again be the launch pad for year-round adventure.
The new schedule features itineraries ranging from 2 to 8 nights across the Bahamas and the Caribbean, all departing from 3 Florida ports, Miami, Tampa, and Port Canaveral near Orlando.
Oh, I love cruising. This lineup brings some fan favorites back, including stops at the Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Royal Beach Club, Paradise Island, and a return to Samana in the Dominican Republic. Travelers can also look forward to Royal Caribbean's newest destination concept, Perfect Day Mexico, expected to open in late 2027.
Ships like Star of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, and Utopia of the Seas will all call Florida home, offering everything from quick weekend escapes to full week-long getaways.
So whether you're looking for a short cruise or an island-hopping adventure, Florida remains the heart of Caribbean cruising and the getaway to what's next on the open sea. So we have all sorts of great tourism on land, but you can also just come here and also get on a cruise ship.
That's right.
You have all your choices open.
What is there not to enjoy in Florida?
It's the best. It's amazing. Right. Now we might have the flamingo as the state bird. We got all these new cruise ships, I can't wait for next year.
Yeah, you like to cruise, Joel.
I do. I love cruises. It's so much fun. I like an itinerary. After my life, which is so wild and crazy, I want to get on a boat that has an itinerary for me and tells me where to go and what to do. Well, I don't want to make any decisions.
Yep, plenty of choices.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. This is exciting. It's time now for our event of the week. The Florida International Air Show took to the skies once again, bringing incredible aerial performances to the Gulf Coast.
Thousands gathered to watch military and civilian pilots showcase precision flying, formation stunts, and high-speed maneuvers.
So this event continues to be one of Florida's most celebrated aviation traditions, honoring both the thrill of flight and the people who make it possible.
Organizers say this year's show was a huge success, with strong attendance and clear skies making it another unforgettable weekend over Florida.
All right, Mylis, it's time for a segment that's getting all sorts of great attention because people like to know what's happening and who's moving where in the tourism industry, and that's why we call it On the Move. What do we got this week, Mylissa?
In this week's On the Move segment, we're heading to Sarasota County, where Visit Sarasota has announced 2 key leadership promotions.
Jess Bertolini is now Director of Web and Digital Engagement, and Olivia Turpening steps up as Community Relations Manager, strengthening local partnerships and Sarasota's digital reach.
Tourism leadership is on the rise in Sarasota County.
All right, folks, it is time for our big interview of the week, and we're so excited because we're continuing our coverage at Florida Restaurant Lodging Association's recent awards gala, the Hospitality Stars of the Industry. They gave out some great awards. Today, we're focusing on the Hotelier of the Year, Heiko Dobriko.
Yes, so we love Heiko. He's great and does so many good things in the industry. And he's one of our favorite leaders.
Heiko, he's been on this program many times, and he is just a source of information down there in Broward County. He does so much. He's involved with so much. And there's probably not a more deserving person as Hotelier of the Year.
Yes, true.
We were there. I was on site to get the interview. Let's take a look. Spotlight on Florida is on the road. We are in Destin at the Henderson Beach Resort. It is the Hospitality Stars of the Industry Gala.
Known far and wide for his servant leadership, his passion for people, and his love for this industry. We are proud to honor Heiko Dobriko, and I know I got that wrong, as the 2025 Hotelier of the Year.
And standing next to me, awarded tonight the Hotelier of the Year, Heiko Dobriko. Heiko, congratulations, Hotelier of the Year. Tell me how you're feeling.
Well, I feel very humbled and grateful. First of all, thank you very much to the committee that selected me. I know there were probably a lot of candidates out there. It's certainly a pinnacle award. I didn't expect it. I remember when Carol called me and I was in the car, and after she told me I was receiving this award, I was speechless. And after about 30 seconds, she said, Heiko, are you still there? And I just didn't know what to say. It was really a humbling experience. And first and foremost, I want to thank my wife. It takes a strong spouse that supports you through all of that and makes it happen. And that's very, very important. And when I kind of reflect back on my career, which is 40 years long, I just reflect back on all the team members that carried the torch for me and allowed me to do what I needed to do in order to be successful in this industry. And that's just amazing. As many people know, my heart is in servant leadership, and really leading by serving others first is always the motto. And this award is truly a reflection on it. Last but not least, it's all about FRLA. The Florida Restaurant Lodging Association has taught me so much. Bob Leonard said always, you have 2 choices in life. You can either sit at the table or be on the menu, pick one. The choice is yours. I like to sit at the table, to be very frank, and be part of the discussion and making the right decisions and moving Florida forward and moving tourism forward. So it's humbling. It's truly humbling, Joel.
I love it. It was so great to see you here tonight and receive the award. Take us through that moment, and for people that weren't here, what happened? And you saw a video, you got called up. Recap the night for us.
Goosebumps was probably the first thing, because I didn't expect the video to come out the way it did. There were a lot of nice things said about me that I also didn't quite expect, which was very, very nice. I had my left eye look at my wife, and I saw how emotional she was, because there's a lot of energy that she put into this as well in order to make it happen for me. And then the standing ovation by the industry and being recognized by your fellow peers in such a manner is just amazing. It's just truly amazing. It's certainly a moment I will never forget. If there's a highlight, and trust me, I've received a lot of awards in my lifetime, this is the pinnacle award that I've ever received.
That's awesome. And you're so deserving. You've done so many great things and influenced so many. So, how does it feel now as you get the award and your feelings on the whole industry?
Well, I think our industry is strong, right? We have a new chairman. First of all, Nick, our previous chairman for the industry, was just an amazing leader. Carol is a powerhouse, as we know, and Greg Cook as our new chairman. He only knows the metal to the pedal. He only moves forward very fast. For me, it's interesting, I have this philosophy that you have to invest in others in order to really move the ball forward rather quickly. And I always use the analogy of an ATM. Have you ever tried to go to an ATM where you never deposited any money and you try to withdraw? Let me know how that works out for you. And it really doesn't work out very well because there's nothing to get out. FRLA is just one of those organizations that invests into our industry, invests in the lawmakers, invests into the students, invests into education in order to move our industry forward. And at the end of the day, that's all of our responsibility as industry leaders, that we need to make sure that we invest in others. We heard from Greg Cook today that it's really about bringing up those young leaders. That's important. That was a key point in one of the sessions this morning as well, where Carol Dover actually talked about it with Don Fox, whether he could take the lead in really creating that leadership program for our industry and investing in the next future leaders that we have. So that's going to be very, very important. But at the end of the day, Florida is strong, tourism is strong. We don't have a state income tax for a reason, because we love other people's money. When all those visitors coming here, we all try to max out their credit cards, not ours, and that's just a great thing.
All right, folks. Heiko Dobriko, Hotelier of the Year, awarded by Florida Restaurant Lodging Association. Congratulations again.
Joe, thank you so much.
And it was a great night.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So a big congratulations to Heiko. Way to go. Thank you for that interview, and congratulations. Hotelier of the Year. How about that?
Well deserved.
Riverside Hotel down there. If you haven't been, go check it out and say hi to Heiko while you're there.
That's right.
All right, folks. That's going to wrap it up for that interview. But now it's time to go around the state. We're going to check in with some tourism leaders from all areas of Florida and find out what's going on in the industry. It's time to go around the state with leaders in the tourism industry. And it's another episode, and we've got our great panel back together. Here we go. He is the owner of Bubba's in Cape Coral. In the top corner is Jay Johnson. Jay, welcome. Below him, Patrick Four, the CEO of Lime Fresh, based in Orlando, Florida. An all-around great guy. And beneath me, Sonny Flynn, the Tampa Bay Beaches Welcome Guide. It's a great panel. You guys are back. We heard great things from the first round that we did. And who heard something else good?
All did. I was impressed with the numbers that watched.
And Patrick's got fireworks down there.
Yeah, baby.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
all right, guys,
time.
here we go. We're going to do some quick issues. We're going to talk about things that are happening, some of them fun, some of them a little more informational. Let's get into it. And what might be the best holiday news of all is, so far, not one major storm hitting landfall in this great state of ours, living up to the Sunshine State. And now temperatures are getting cooler. Jay, what's the feeling down there? I know you guys have had some bad ones in the past.
We definitely have, and we're happy to have a year without any activity so far. As you know, we still got a few weeks left in hurricane season, and some of us still remember the December hurricane we had not a few years prior. So we're always keep watchful. We're excited that the temperatures are dropping a little bit. It makes it less likely to see a hurricane. And, hopefully we keep our fingers crossed and we make it through this season unscathed.
And Patrick, you're in Orlando. It used to be a hurricane couldn't even reach Orlando, but we've seen some in the past. So everybody there has got to be happy as well.
We are, Joel. It's a moment to take a victory lap, honestly. In the restaurant business, obviously there's some knock-on effects when we have the hurricane. It's the pre-hurricane jitters, it's the event, and then it's the post-calamity issue. And really what that manifests for us, probably more so in Orlando than anything else, is just getting the employees back. So not having a weather event of any kind of material status is a win for us, Joel, for sure.
Yep, and sunny on the West Coast. I mean, you saw some activity recently, but you do the welcome guide, so you know what people are thinking.
Yeah, well, this year has been a blessing because we're recovering and recovering well nonstop. We got hit a little hard last year, but 95% of the businesses are back open.
That's great.
Whatever we all did to get that good feeling and keep the storms away. And with all the other things going on in the world and in the state, it's just it's great to not have that issue so far this season. All right, it's fantastic. Okay, guys, I got to show you some video. We were with the Florida Restaurant Lodging Association, which we all know, big part of anyway. But so FRLA, their Pro Start division, it trains the future workforce. We were with them around the entire state. They did some training sessions at different culinary schools, and we have some great schools around the state, trying to get these kids excited about working in the industry. So that's a little bit of what we saw when we were there. These kids are excited, but what do you see? Patrick, Lime Fresh, what's happening with our workforce?
It's good to be in the hospitality business. I'm get a chance to go every year and be a judge for the Orlando competition here that's coterminously run with Orange County. And so I get a chance to see these young men and women moving through, whether it be waiter relay, whether it be chef skills, whether it be other different segments in the category related to teaching these young individuals how to become not just chefs, right? Not just an executive chef, but the hospitality being on display, right? So ProStart does a great job we know that keeping our economy moving has a lot to do with keeping our restaurants safe, right? FRLA, ProStart, the backstop we do with ServSafe. It's great to see the younger workforce get those certifications, come to an employer like myself, having an idea of checking temperatures and cool down procedures. It's a weight off our shoulders, as obviously cleanliness and health are among some of our bigger concerns, Joel. We're proud, actually. I think I do employ one ProStart that was a senior graduating from last year at my Flamingo Crossing store. A nice young man working his way through Dish and beyond. But it's alive and well, and it's good to see that heartbeat continue for our youth here.
That's awesome. All right, so Jay, you've got to have some of our young workers at Bubba's in Cape Coral, Florida. Do we have a bright future ahead of us?
Absolutely. And one of the things that really showed that to us is, as FRLA, as our local chapter, we hosted a culinary cook-off of our high schools here in Lee County. And we have 7 high schools that have culinary programs, 2 have hospitality programs, and 2 of our technical school colleges have culinary programs. So we did a taco cook-off not 3 weeks ago, which pitted the 7 high schools against each other. And we had a fabulous turnout. The kids had a great time. We had some great tacos. The technical colleges did desserts. The hospitality students manned the tables. They did the setup. They bussed the tables. They waited the room. So it's great to see that. And I think all told, within our county, we're over 500 kids enrolled in culinary programs here in Lee County in the high school level. So that's something that we support. We have a 1 or 2 of the schools now are ProStart. We're working on getting all of them there. So it's exciting to see that interest and that excitement. And I think the culinary cook-off and the Taco Fest that we did really brought it. The kids brought it. They brought their A game. They did well, and it was great to see.
Jay, as the resident taco guy here, I just had a quick question. What was the winning taco? I'm curious. I'm sure our listeners want to know.
Oh, the winning taco came from Oasis High School, which is a charter school here in Cape Coral. And they had a braised beef that they had simmered for quite a while. And then they topped it with the homemade pico de gallo. And they had a nice guac that they had made fresh as well. One of the fan favorites was a apple pie taco.
Oh,
or on the dessert side, that took second. That was really good.
Wow.
So we've seen. So they did a really good job. And in addition to the tacos, they all made a side accompaniment. So we had some Mexican street corn. We had some tomato biscuit they made out of the same time they were making the pico. The kids had a great time, and it was a fun event. You know, we're going to do it again next year, and we invite all of you down for that.
Sounds great.
Patrick, I think that would sell well, don't you?
I think so too. Yeah, braised sounds fantastic. Timeliness. The dessert tacos got me thinking about an LTO next year. So who knows?
It was a great idea, and they took the taco shell and they lightly fried it, so it had a little bit of crisp to it.
Nice.
So it was a nice touch, and they did a great job with it. It was good to see the kids getting out there and really enjoying themselves.
Pretty cool.
Awesome.
You got to let us know next time you do that, so we can have cameras there on hand.
Absolutely.
You know, we have this dream in the hospitality world that these young incoming employees, they realize that they can start at any level, but they can really, there's so much room for growth, and you could rise up. So Sonny, everybody, I mean, is that dream alive?
Yeah, that dream is, I think, definitely alive. I had the pleasure of volunteering at our FRLA chapter past Friday, for the extravaganza, raising the funds to put these kids through school. So Danette Lynch, you all know her. She's been around a long time.
Oh, we love Danette.
Yeah, she had the extravaganza, and they gave 5 scholarships for $1,000 each. So these students know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that they don't have to be a server or just a dishwasher. They can start at a higher level because they're getting training. So.
Listen, you mentioned Danette Lynch. She's been in the Tampa area and many other parts of the state for so long, doing so many great things for Florida Restaurant Lodging Association. So I put my vote in for her, as well as, you know, being an amazing person. Jay, what do you think about Danette?
Oh, Danette's the greatest. Danette used to have, when we were FRA, used to have Southwest Florida, and it's when I first met her. She was our liaison and regional director down here as well. And Danette always goes above and beyond and is the best in the business.
And Patrick, you love her as well, you said.
I'll add to that. Look, we haven't had like an epic force of nature event expressed as a hurricane, but Danette is a force of nature in and of her own right. She does great. She's done an incredible job being that leader here. And let's just not name a hurricane after her, okay?
Yeah,
that'll just go on record. So yeah, much love, Danette.
I don't know. You mentioned Danette. I felt like we should do a quick round on that, because everybody loves Danette. If you don't know her, get to know her. She is incredible. All right, guys, listen, we want to take a break and now from those issues, and we want to hear what's going on in your individual businesses and what is happening. So, Sonny, let's start with you with the welcome guide.
Well, our beaches are still recovering. Like I said, 95% of them are open, but they're not marketing, so they don't want to spend the money, but we're keep plugging away, so little downturn in tourism. We haven't seen the numbers on our coast lately, so we're hoping that the Visit St. Pete Clearwater crew will get back out there and start marketing and help us.
I mean, I'm seeing great numbers. We've been reporting on it every week from Tampa, from Miami, and I'm seeing a big rebound. So, it's just, I guess it's just time and that recovery.
Yeah. And we'll do it. We're looking forward to a good holiday season.
All right, you let us know because we'll cover some stuff there as well, so we can make that happen. Patrick, what's happening at Lime Fresh?
Lime is alive and well. Holiday season for us kind of lets us feature a few limited time offers or LTOs. So have freshly concluded the apple fritter churro as the sort of the Halloween pumpkin spice alternative. We move into our holiday season with a peppermint mocha churro dipping sauce. Sure to please the kids. It pleases me. It's a very good sweet treat. But one thing that's important, that's very near and dear to our heart, Joel, for us, for Lime Fresh, we celebrate our veterans. And tomorrow, Tuesday the 11th, is Veterans Day. We did something a little different. We always let our veterans eat free in all of our stores. That'll is part of our mantra, so to speak. But for the first time ever, I'm happy to give you guys the scoop. We are actually doing a challenge coin. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what a military challenge coin is, but it's often used by our service members as a way to have a little camaraderie. And I feel poorly because I don't have my prop here. I was looking for it a second ago. We issued, for the very first time, Lime Fresh challenge coins. In observation of Veterans Day, we should celebrate our veterans each and every single day. So with this challenge coin, you walk in, you get the challenge coin. Veterans will eat free with us every 11th of every month going forward, and I'm happy to say thank you in a meaningful way for them. So Joel, if get a chance, I'll send a screenshot so you can maybe pull one up on screen for us and go from here. But super exciting. Sales are good. We're watching season move through with the weather that's upon us. Hopefully a good couple of weekends worth of solid sales, especially out of South Florida. So happy to share.
Amazing. All right, Jay, Bubba's Roadhouse.
So, Bubba's, we're coming out of summer. It was a slow summer down here. The September was a little rough, but October and November, we're seeing that picking up. We're starting to see more of our German customers coming back. We've seen some Canadians, which is great. In fact, there was a day last week walking through the dining room, I heard more German than English. So we're excited to see our international travel return. And as it starts to get cold up north, we welcome our northern visitors back with open arms, and we're looking forward to it. One of the best things I saw yesterday was video out of Iowa of the first snowfall.
That is good.
Absolutely.
We love snow here in Florida on video, on Facebook, and on TV, but we don't need it here. We've got our 70-degree weather, and we're happy to welcome everyone down from up north to get away from that.
Keep it far from us.
Absolutely.
They can bring some in a jar if they want to show us what it looks like or something. But we're not.
Might be kind of tough, but we've got water down here, so we can put it in a jar and call it melted snow.
I think that's what this is.
Yeah.
Melted snow. I love it. All right. Thank you for that update, guys. That's great. I'd love to hear what's happening around the state. Okay. Next issue. Here we go. Nobody covers hard news, breaking news like Spotlight on Florida. And there is a move. We had Representative Jim Mooney on our air just a week or so ago. He's got a bill to change the state bird from the mockingbird, that's been our state bird since the beginning probably, to the flamingo. This is big stuff. So let's find out what you think. Patrick, what do you think? Flamingo, mockingbird?
When you think Floridays, you think flamingo. I think it's a natural fit. Joel has my approval. No, 10 out of 10, no notes, as they say.
Sonny, do you feel bad that the mockingbird? Do you think the mockingbird might feel bad if he gets bumped out?
I don't think so. I think so, but like Patrick said, with Floridays, the pink flamingo is definitely the way to go.
Jay, you got any flamingos down there in Cape Coral?
We do get flamingos down here every now and then. And I think with the flamingo, if you go all the way back to Miami Vice, flamingo means Florida. And no offense to the mockingbird, but, the mockingbird's also the state bird of, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Texas. Come on, Florida, we can do better.
Yes, we can.
We have the flamingo that is definitely screams Florida, screams paradise, it screams fun. And I don't know what else we'd want here in Florida than a bird that represents our values and what we do. So I think the flamingo is probably the way to go. Hopefully that passes through the legislation, and we can pull out the introductions of Miami Vice now and start showing those again.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't know every single detail about tourism in Florida, but I don't think there's ever been a marketing campaign with the mockingbird as the image of Florida. So I I vote for changing it too. We'll see what the legislature does. All right, guys, it's it. Our final topic. We're going to talk about AI to end it with. So AI is everywhere. Everyone's talking about AI. You can't go to an event anymore without a seminar on AI because everybody wants to learn about it. So we're seeing studies out of different places in Florida. What's happening with AI in this industry, and what are you seeing? Let's go around. Start with Jay up at the top.
Well, we're seeing a lot of AI coming in, especially on menu development, on costing. As you said, you can't go anywhere without AI being discussed. I think AI is going to be the future, but we need to find ways to make sure we use it responsibly and not just jump in without knowing where we can go, because AI can lead you down a bad road. We've used AI in some designs of T-shirts to assist with things that we were looking for there. I use it for some social posts and some menu development as to what's working around the area. So I think as people come out of school and have more knowledge of AI, that is just going to make AI something that we'll utilize more, and hopefully we don't dumb ourselves down while doing it. You know, you want to use AI, but a lot of times you just need it to speed things up and put together things you may already know. And I hope we don't become totally reliant on it and we end up with something totally crazy.
Absolutely. All right, Patrick, multiple locations, AI, where are you seeing it?
Here's where we're currently seeing it is where it makes the most impact for me in the role that I play is the personalization that's possible using some of that. So what used to take quite a bit of time from a loyalty perspective or understanding the customer satisfaction, now we're able to kind of strip the headers to a certain degree and actually get to the personalization beyond just birthday information. So I think that's been good. I think that there's two other areas that are noteworthy as we think about the future. First of which is automation, right? That will end up hopefully, right, not replacing the jobs in burger flipping or French fries or barbecue, but to be able to free up the time to put hospitality back on display. Right. We've gone from COVID, and third party delivery is certainly here to stay. I love those players. I love what they do. But it's time for us, especially as the state kind of gets back into the season. I'm hopeful that AI could help us get that free time to interact more with our guests. In the last part, I'll leave you with would end up being what I want to see from AI that's right now. I'm sure that there's plenty of commentary around this to be made, but more real-time feedback from guest satisfaction. We are worked with a secret shopper group, company A, we'll just call them old school in their approach, worked just fine. And I have over the past 2 weeks kind of gone to ground on what other options exist out there and have been really impressed by some companies that are advancing this novel use on guest satisfaction with some real-time, implementation of artificial intelligence to kind of make sure that before that guest leaves my store slightly less enthused about the tacos, that we're doing something that I'm able to kind of create that bounce back opportunity. They leave, whereas before it was a little cumbersome building, so to speak. And so that recovery and that personalization is what I'm hopeful AI can help us as an industry continue to move.
Okay. And Sunny, what say you?
So AI is here, and it is here to stay. It actually helped us with our distribution routes, making them more cost efficient, changing them around, with all the road changes, making sure that our distribution is there. So we're able to get more maps out to everybody. So, and then the lead prospects writing emails and stuff, it helps generate with that. So, but I'm with everybody else. I think that we need to use it responsibly and not count on it.
It's certainly interesting. And I mean, bonus points for all three of you. Those are amazing answers. We're going to put that out, I think, as a separate clip, just AI and how it's being handled. And Patrick, Those are some great ideas in there as well. So I love that. And who knows? Maybe next month we'll all just have our AI bots do this instead of us.
Well, Joel, now that you say that, according to ChatGPT, the future of AI in the hospitality industry looks very promising and quite transformative.
Yes.
Joel, can my avatar just have hair if we're going to do that? I just make this look a little bit more presentable. Yeah, it'd be great.
You can do whatever you want in the world of AI. It all works.
Yeah, and that might be scary. That might be scary right there.
Yeah.
I love this panel. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much. We're out of time. That's all the topics we have for today. But I want to thank each of you for joining us again as we go around the state. It was a great time. And thanks for joining us. And Spotlight on Florida continues now.